Hello, it's me Aina, and in this video, I will be sharing with you guys 3 different conservation sites in Malaysia, which are Zoo Johor, Taman Botani Batu Pahat, and also Turtle Conservation and Information Center at Padang Kemuting, Melaka. Let's take a look about their background history, shall we? Let us start with Zoo Johor. It is one of the oldest zoological parks in Malaysia. It was founded in 1928 by Sir Sultan Ibrahim. Over time, it was finally opened to the public as a purpose of educating the local communities about wildlife and fostering early conservation awareness. Although the zoo is small compared to other modern zoos, it has remained a historical attraction in Johor Bahru and has transitioned from a purely recreational facility into one that supports basic conservation and public learning. Next, let's talk about Taman Botani Batu Pahat in Johor. The Botanical Park was established to promote environmental awareness and preserve plant biodiversity in the Batu Pahat district. It serves as a living museum for Malaysian floras, particularly forest species native to the Johor state. The park was designed to support conservation, recreational, and education simultaneously. Many plant collections found there represent ethnobotanical heritage, medicinal species, forest species, and fruit species that are culturally important to Malaysian local communities. Now, let's talk about the Turtle Conservation and Information Center in Padang Kemuting, Melaka. The center was first established by the Department of Fisheries Malaysia (DOF) to address the declining population of hawksbill turtle, or as the locals said, penyu kara. Hawksbill turtles are unfortunately critically endangered, and Melaka is one of the most important hawksbill nesting sites in Peninsular Malaysia, making Padang Kemuting a key location for turtle conservation. The center manages hatcheries, monitors nesting beaches, and plays a crucial role in education, community engagement, and turtle population recovery. It specifically focuses on nest protection, egg relocation, hatchling care, and long-term search. Now, what do you think the main attractions and biodiversities are in these places? At Zoo Johor, the key attractions include a variety of animal species, such as the proud Malayan tigers, lions, tapirs, gibbons, macaques, various hornbill species, reptiles, and even exotic birds. I call Zoo Johor small but mighty because its diversity can help visitors to understand Malaysia's wildlife heritage. As we know, Zoo Johor focuses on wildlife care and education. Their conservation activities include captive breeding of selected species, veterinary treatment and health monitoring, rehabilitation for animals rescued from illegal trade, and also environmental education for visitors and school groups. Okay, let's talk about Taman Botani Batu Pahat. The main attraction revolves around plant biodiversity. At this park, you can find medicinal plants, rainforest hardwoods, even fruit species such as durian and jackfruit, and also wetland vegetation. These collections contribute to conservation of genetic diversity and function as outdoor classroom for botany, ecology, and environmental management. The park also provides areas for bird watching and nature walks, showing the close connection between flora and fauna. Taman Botani Batu Pahat engages in plant conservation activities including propagation of rare and useful plant species, development of seed banks, maintaining ethnobotanical collections, and rehabilitation planting and landscape restoration. At Turtle Conservation Center, the main attraction is the protected hawksbill turtle hatchery. There, visitors can observe the turtle nests, learn how to relocate eggs to avoid predation, and witness hatchlings emerging from the sand. The center displays educational panels about turtle migration, threats such as plastic pollution and illegal egg collections, and Malaysia's conservation initiative. This site truly emphasizes the marine biodiversity and the fragility of turtle population in Malaysia. At the Turtle Conservation Center, the conservation work is intensive and highly hands-on. Activities there include patrolling to detect nesting turtles, relocation of eggs to protected hatcheries, monitoring the incubation temperature to increase hatch success, releasing hatchling back into the ocean, collecting tagging data for long-term population studies, and also public awareness programs about marine conservation. To me, one of the most memorable moments that I had was when I got the chance to see the hawksbill hatchlings emerge from the sand at the hatchery. Seeing the tiny turtles crawling made me understand how vulnerable they are to predators, coastal development, and plastic pollution. The experience was truly emotional and eye-opening because it demonstrated how human intervention, such as relocating the eggs and protecting the nest, can significantly improve survival chances. Taman Botani, I enjoyed learning about plants used by the communities, which deepened my understanding of the cultural and ecological importance of plant biodiversity. Meanwhile, in Johor, observing the animals there and understanding about the challenges of caring for wildlife gave me a better appreciation for zookeepers and conservation staff. During this trip, I actually gained 3 new pieces of knowledge. Firstly, I learned that temperature is very crucial in turtle egg incubation because it determines the hatchling sex, meaning climate change can directly impact the turtle populations. Do you know when the temperature is 33 Celsius and above, the hatchling sex is female, while when the temperature is 25 Celsius and below, the hatchling sex is male. Secondly, I learned that botanical gardens actually protect our plant genetic diversity by maintaining living collections, seed banks, and also good ex situ conservation programs. This ensures that all of our plants remain protected and far from being extinct by any threats in the environment. Thirdly, I learned that zoos play an important conservation role. They act as a wildlife rehabilitation center, disease management, behavioral enrichment, and also public awareness beyond just displaying the animals just for our eyes to admire. In terms of awareness, this trip has significantly increased my understanding about how sensitive our ecosystems are to human impacts. I become more aware of habitat fragmentation, illegal wildlife trade, coastal pollution, and also the urgent need for local communities to participate in conservation. All of the species of floras and faunas that I've mentioned have their own species value, ecological functions, and importance. So let's focus more on the critically endangered hawksbill turtle. Hawksbill turtles have both ecological and cultural values because they are Malaysia's marine heritage. Ecotourism activities such as turtle watching can benefit the local communities economically, and scientifically, these hawksbill turtles are indicators of the ocean health. Have you ever wondered what authorities are responsible for conservation? Well, we have Department of Wildlife and National Parks, or as we call them, Perhilitan. Perhilitan manages terrestrial wildlife and protected areas. They also conduct wildlife rescue and rehabilitation. They issue wildlife permits and stop illegal trades and also support educational and community programs. These authorities use different monitoring approaches such as GPS tracking and nest tagging for sea turtles, regular patrollings and anti-poaching enforcement, data collection on hatchling success and nesting abundance, plant documentation through herbarium methods in botanical gardens, and also wildlife monitoring in zoos. Meanwhile, we also have Department of Fisheries, DOF. DOF manages marine species including sea turtles, overseeing turtle hatcheries and beach monitoring, and also conducting marine conservation and research. There are relevant laws including Wildlife Conservation Act 2010, Fisheries Act 1985 under Turtle Rules, National Forestry Act 1984, and Environmental Quality Act 1974. In my opinion, although these authorities have implemented strong policies, conservation in Malaysia is still not fully sufficient. There are issues like coastal development, light pollution, limited staff, insufficient funding, and even wildlife activities that are illegal still threaten our biodiversity. Turtle nesting beaches remain vulnerable to poaching, and zoos often face financial limitations that restrict enclosure upgrades. Therefore, Improvements can be done, such as increasing government funding for conservation centers, strengthening collaboration with different universities for research, expanding beach protection zones and reducing light pollution, hiring more trained staff, and engaging the local communities in conservation-based ecotourism. I think public awareness is very crucial, and as we know, social media is very powerful. We can use it to promote our campaigns targeting the youth. We can do more school-based conservation workshops or citizen science programs such as turtle nest monitoring. More volunteering activities can also engage the local communities in conservation efforts. Through this experience, I gained a deeper appreciation for conservation work, about how important endangered species are in maintaining our biodiversity, and also the urgent need to support our authorities in the conservation efforts. So that is all from me. I hope everyone gained new knowledge from this video, and bye-bye.